more. I am honored to have the opportunity to talk with you about Korea's Saemaul Undong. Korea's Saemaul Undong is recognized at the UN level as a growth model for developing countries. If you perfectly understand and then practice the Saemaul Undong, your community will become an angel that brings you happiness. 다음. At an international ODA practitioners, as I volunteer, I have about 12 years long. I joined around 10 countries. I believe I learned more from my 6 years in Africa than I did from my previous experience. I believe my diverse experience can provide developing countries with answer the key of the questions. How can we achieve develop quickly and easily? What is the Saemaul Undong? The Saemaul Undong was a comprehensive government lead rural development project launched in South Korea in 1970s. It aimed to modernize poor rural areas and then bridge the gap of living standards between rapidly industrializing urban and rural areas. Led by President Park Chung-hee, the movement grew into a nationwide movement. Much positive impact in Korea's economic development and social structure. That's why it's worth discussing the Saemaul Undong today. Let's see the situation in Korea in the time. Korea was the poorest country in the world by negative effect through Japanese rule and Korean War. In the 1960s, Korea was one of the poorest countries in the world, with a per capita GDP of less than $100. To overcome poverty, Korea established the Saemaul Undong and the 5-year economic development plan, which all Koreans joined together. President emphasized there could be no national development without rural development. Government gave cement to rural villages across the country to promote voluntary rural development. Just request them will use 335 sacks of cement for village. It was the started of Saemaul Undong, and all people joined with voluntary concept to pray and hand over their children of happy life and a safe society. The core principle of Saemaul Undong are diligent, self-help, and then cooperation. Diligent encourage village to work hard for a better future. Self-help fosters self-reliance and initiative rather than relying on the government support. Cooperation emphasizes community cooperation and collective action of achieve common goals. 다음. So our community must consider which we can do. First, we should consider not project requiring a mass capital, but let those that are easiest for you to accomplish without help from others. To improve your quality of life, we should improve our kitchens and then homes. Villages and then communities should improve basic productions, infrastructure such as road, irrigation system, and then public facilities. For village income generating projects, we should produce high quality agricultural products, jointly ship them, process and then package them to meet consumer preference, and then improve distribution. 다음. The implementation principle were the election of Saemaul leader and the decide-making on projects were entirely driven by the autonomous action of village residents. The government promised successful villages, even if only in small amounts, to foster a sense of community and patriotism among residents. Cooperation was emphasized with a collaborative work group operating and then executing project goals. Project implements was faced with performance evaluated and then government support project. Pragmatic approach was adopted, prototyping environment improvement project, and then developing income generating projects for residents. The selection of Saemaul leader is a crucial factor in village development. Saemaul leaders should be born in the village. If possible, possess a passion for the village, have agricultural training, possess sound judgment, patience, and then compassion and a spirit of cooperation, and be creative in their thinking, dedicate, and then committed to service. He should also be diligent, honest, sound, physical fit, and then self-reliant. The Saemaul Undong can be divided in 3 stages. The first 4 years focused on building infrastructure, including widening village roads, building bridges, and then improving and then repairing houses. The second 3 years focused on income generating projects and then improving agricultural productivity, effectively utilizing the winter of season, do not work season. The third 3 years encourage the full cooperation and then diligent across all sectors of society, including cities, factories, and schools. The core of Saemaul Undong was, above all, the will-be escaped poverty, can-do mindset, and commitments to diligence, self-help, and then cooperation. I'll skip this explanation of the history of the Saemaul Undong and ask you to lead by referring to the PPT. In the implementation stages of this Saemaul Undong, the government's role was to foster a spirit of diligence, self-help, and then cooperation, and to provide opportunities to voluntary participation. In 1971, 335 bags of cement were supplied free of charge to 33,267 villages in all over the country in Korea. Villagers held community meeting to decide by themselves on projects and then implementation stages. Villagers were encouraged to cooperate in procuring the gravel and sand needed for cement. One year later, the entire village was evacuated after they distribute the cement sacks. Around 50% of 16,600 villagers successfully implemented the Saemaul Undong were designated self-reliant villages, and they received additional support of 500 sacks of cement and 1 ton of rubber to further develop the villages. A year later, 1973, another 6,000 villages had implemented the Saemaul Undong without government support, developing into self-reliant villages. That is very important. Without government support, they become maybe modernized Saemaul Undong by themselves. The fostered friendly competitions among villagers, laying the foundation of their own development. This page also, please read this for reference only. Same as I will skip this. Key projects and then implementations included infrastructure developments, building and then expanding roads, bridges as well, improving the quality of life, installing electricity and then telephone service in rural areas, income generations, implementing programs to increase agricultural productivities and rural incomes, environmental implementing village cleanup and then revitalization projects. While these are implementation for Korea, I believe you will achieve success if you set and then implement goals tailored to your country. You select by yourself. Next. The government fostered a spirit of diligence, self-reliance, and then cooperation through initiatives such as pumping water into water pump. You can see this, the pumping water. Pumping water first, you have to, liter of water have to power, and then you can permanent pumping the water. The government implements tangible and then feasible project, and then the benefited villages through democratic process, not forcefully outside power. In government implement priority support for excellent villages, policy to foster a spirit of self-reliance and then cooperation. 다음. Saemaul Undong guiding spirits are, Saemaul Undong is a reform movement focused on the spirit of diligence, self-help, cooperation, right, focused on spiritually. Many times we say diligence, self-help, cooperation. That is real Saemaul Undong's real spirit. Example of diligence included the early bird catch the worms. Do you know it? It's a common wisdom saying. Great words comes from heaven, but small words comes from your diligence. The spirit of self-help. Let's see. Heaven helps those who help themselves. You can lead a horse to water. That is, throw the horse. You can guide to him to the riverside, but you cannot make him drink. Horse drink by himself. Cooperation, two are better than one. As you know, 1 plus 1 is not 2 only in Saemaul Undong, plus alpha. You must understand that alpha power is infinite, no limited. Okay, 다음. The central government provided materials, capitals, technical assistance, and training, and the most important, boosted the morale of Saemaul leaders. Local governments managed resources and then served as a bridge between residents and the government. Which villages independently selected and then implemented projects. It is not worse. The implementation of the Saemaul Undong was facilitated by smooth communication between the central government and the basic villages. 다음. I urge you to closely observe the pace of GNP growth in Korea during the Saemaul Undong. This rate of growth was achieved through nationwide and presented worldwide. Some of data you can see the double squad. Okay, 다음. Let's look at the success factors of the Saemaul Undong. A strong top-down government supported and then guidance, along with a strong commitment of top leaders, were crucial factor. Top leaders' thinking is very, very important. Bottom-up community participation and the leadership ensured that all residents participated. Was a sense of ownership. This ownership is very, very important. And the role of this dedicated responsibility leaders was crucial. The Saemaul leaders' dedication is very, very important. Focusing on diligence, self-help, and then cooperate. We did our best in all areas, every part, every field. We have to do with ownership and then diligence, self-help, and then cooperation. We promoted the concept of the rural development. Share the success stories. Success stories they share, never hide, never keep secretly. And then they designed community-based infrastructure development tailored to local circumstances. That is very important. We set goals democratically, and then residents collaborate to achieve them. Yes, your country also you have to adopt like this tailored method. You know your country what have problems, so you have to find out the problems and then make goal, and then with diligent self-help cooperation method, you can solve every difficulties. Please, you see this. 이게 눌러지죠? 한번 눌러보시죠. 안 넘어가네.
네, 이거 PDF입니다.
이런.
네.
그럼 이 영역 내가 했는데 안 되네.
그러면은 네. So this video clip, so I'm going to share the separately. So please refer the share the video link.
Okay, thank you so much. And okay, 다음. These photos show before and after illustration of the maybe desertified area. Like this, the photo, the upper part is almost a desertified area, but we covered with Saemaul Undong and then covered the desertification area by tree and then grasses. This also shows same way. The right side is houses before looks like an animal house. We are very shy of this, and then modernized by Saemaul Undong, we make reform like this. This also reformed before and after. Okay, down. This also left side is very, very poor. Poor can be seen. You can guess it's poor, but already improved the right side. But now, right now, this improved more already too. Here are several photos during the Saemaul Undongs. As you know, the first top of left side is very, very poor way. But left side, we walk together. And then midway, this bridge, you can see the bridge building. That building, bridge building in there, no any modernized instrument. All we have to do it with manpower only. And then this clean the road and then clean our maybe environments. And then left side, bottom side is the left side is the Rwanda countries, Saemaul Undong they did. And then right side bottom, that is all over the country come to Korea and then study of Korea, how to get developed like as Korea. Like this, the Korean, we achieved in short time very quickly. Through Saemaul Undong, Korea achieved rural development, economic growth, and then democratization in a short period of time. The Saemaul Undong, a national and social aspirations to eradicate poverty, take out the poverty with our diligence, served as a bridge to the government and then residents to wisely, and then harmoniously, and then overcome poverty. This treasure that can be seen without tears. Without tears, we cannot see. I hope that the immortal spirit of this Saemaul Undong leaders will continue to spread throughout the worldwide. I have been maybe Richard in poverty. Poverty alleviation to the developing countries for 15 years. I did introduce several solutions that can be solved through independence effort without external funding. Out of helping, we can do by ourselves. I am thinking of that. I suggest is that way. See next. First of all, in rural area, fermented compost making. Compost is a golden pearl of rural life. A viable alternative to chemical fertilizer. Usually chemical fertilizer make soil degradations. So we have to use this compost. So we have to make compost is very, very important for first step of rural development. Okay, 다음. This is I developed by myself is making liquid fertilizer. Liquid fertilizer is not real fertilizer. Liquid fertilizer is a kind of microorganism like this figure, and then I suggested these many methods, but this is not important. If we have collect some at mountain areas, collect some fungi at the dark, very black and dark soil is include much microorganisms. And then this way, carefully read of this, and then you can study by yourself. And then make liquid fertilizer, and then spread to your farmland. In here, the bubble generator. I recommend you use this bubble generator because of the maybe air prepare fungi can helpful to tree growth. More tree or palm varieties help to income fertilizer. Okay, next. Some of the recommendation is the in tropical area, many countries very, very strong sunlight. Because of strong sunlight, plants cannot grow well. Our farmland production also much reduced by strong sunlight. Why? Strong sunlight, soil surface heat. So soil surface allows high temperature. If high temperature swallow root variety plants cannot grow. So we have to like this sponge or some other cover. Coconut shell also can help for. Some others maybe soil surface covered with some mulching, and then under the cover the soil temperature much get reduced, and then the roots grow well, and then your palm production also increase so much. Carefully, this study please by yourself. Okay, another one is biochar production. As you know, any palm wastes, you can produce biochar like this way, like this figure showed. Is not added oxygen and burn it, and then you can produce biochar. If you want to study more, please YouTube biochar. You type the biochar production method, and then you can study by YouTube how to make biochar, and then you apply to your farmland, please. I recommend it strongly. Please, biochar is very, very important for your increased productivity. This earthworm cultivation also very easy to cultivate. This all you study. Earthworms waste. Earthworm make the soil physical condition improve so much. So this earthworm also cannot ignore. Very, very important. Please, you self-study and then apply it by yourself, please. Can be seen this is a rabbit. Rabbit, I recommend you rabbit racing. Why? Rabbit is a very, very short-term life. Every month, they produce babies. One cycle, every month, the cycle is again and again. Another lesson is like this: children take some grass, take some plants, and over the rabbit can grow. I recommend this. Another lesson is even children make money by raising rabbits. So this is consider for your village development. I closely recommend you. This is a kitchen improvement, and then chimney. You can see this. This figure is I installed at Africa. When I stay in Rwanda that time, this figure that time I installed in my yard. And then I taught the students and then villagers, village leaders. And then right side of this conceptual figure, as you know, the once fire for the hole, make a fire, and then the fence, 1, 2, 3, even more you can. Under the fence, bottom area, the fire flames through and then ventil out to chimney. This way we can save much wood, firewood, save around 50% we can save. And then another problem is if you inside of this chimney make it outside, and the inside of your house get clean. So in especially rainy season, you cook inside the house, but like this make a chimney, you can your inside the house very clean. Please do it, please. Okay, down. This is a storage method, but maybe some rural area, the electric supply is no good. So like this cable, we make cable. Some parts hillside or someone and under your house. Like this two-way, you can convenient by yourself, you can set this house. But in here, I want to say to you is, in here, we can carefully see there are two doors, door 1, door 2. Like this, door make 2. Door 1, 2. Between there are small room. Outside, tropical area, outside the temperature very high, inside the temperature very low, around 10 degrees. And then one door, if you open and outside the high temperature, high air insert inside, and then inside the air changed by high air. So we have to one door open and close. After close, second door open and inside entrance to this cave too. This way, inside we have to keep the ice bricks. Ice brick mixed with salt, and then we can ice bricks do not melt, keep a long time. And then inside about 2 sacks, 3 sacks, around depend on the head size, we can store the ice bricks, and then you can store your palm productions inside a long time. This way is very important. I recommend to you. Okay, next. This is I developed at Bangladesh. Bangladesh, there are many swamps. These swamps they do not use, but I recommend to you this. Include of this whole side of this land, and then cut half side of big soil, and then left side hill up. This violet line is the earth line. So above violet color line, you hill up the soil, and then this not flooded area, no damaged by flood. You can hill up the soil, and then right side make a pond, and then deep maybe pond. But inside the pond we can cultivate fishes, and then as you know, this is the PE bottle, water bottle. Big water bottles make plates, so 100 or 200, so many water bottle. Maybe fixed it, and then above water bottle, and then the soil unloaded, and then this bottle floated on the water surface. So this is so floating cultivation method. So above the bottle, you can cultivate many vegetables, lettuce, even corn, tomato, something like that, you can cultivate. So swamp area, do not use area. No farmland person can use any waterland. We can use production some vegetables by this way. Okay, next. This is the toilet improve method. When I stay in Africa, there are many toilet problems. So this concept carefully see it, and then the toilet set like this, and then under little bit high, make high, and then under the toilet instruments, under the buckets, this bucket container can inside and out, in and out. Make that like this, and then behind for the odor ventilate, odor take it out from outside. No toilet inside, no bad smell. So this container full of waste, and then take out and then cover it to the compost area. And compost area like this, the human waste also. Compost, mixed with compost, no problem. Very good fertilizer. So this compost, and then human waste, animal waste, we can use that. So please use this, never wait. In here, even your urine also, please do not waste. Your urine, everyday waste urine also, 2% of urea, ammonia, that is nitrogen. 2% of nitrogen, included in your urine. Please, urine also, please do not waste. Gather and then collect, and then 2 weeks later, you spray 10 times or 20 times with mix with water. You use it, and then much helpful to your palm production. Next. And then here is the I want one person, one bank movement. Like this way, even for before I said to rabbit racing, even children, they have rabbits, and then they can grow rabbits, and then every month produce babies, so they can make sell other way, make money. So my way is even children make money if they have a bank book, they have deposit the money, and then they can make plan for their future. So I recommend all of villagers have to make one person, one bank book. That movement we have to start. That is my recommend. Next, 다음. And then here you can see what we see. This is garlic, red pepper, onion, ginger, and then other is lemongrass, like this. This is very, very difficult to take by yourself. You cannot buy garlic by yourself. Red pepper also. Onion, when you make food, cut the onions and then you cry. Ginger also cannot buy and take, like that. Not, I suggest this way, not this way. Even small amount, only garlic also, not together. Even single materials, you can make boil or some maybe ethyl alcohol or vinegar, insert it, maybe 2 or 3 hours later, you can take out and then mix with water and then spread. And then you can control the pesticides, sometimes insects, and sometimes even fungi you can prevent, like that. So please, your natural pesticides, make it by yourself and then use, please. Next. My Saemaul Undong introducing is almost the end. Like this, but nowadays, this Saemaul Undong is now the world, including developing countries, as well as developing countries, is spread attention to Korea's rapid economic development. When I stay in many countries and abroad, many country people asked me, how your country so quickly developed? They questioned me. I have many questions, but I said to Saemaul Undong is really need your country. So next. Like this, the Saemaul Undong in the world, the Korean Saemaul Undong has been selected in developing model of UN decide Korean Saemaul Undong's developing model. So many countries like this, 148 country peoples, and then come to Korea and then study of Korea, the methods and then activities they maybe practice, and then they want to try many ways. Among 62,800 more persons trained in our country. So all over the country, all over the globally, they want quickly develop like as Korea. They try hard. You also have to be the voluntarily You have to lead your village, your country by yourself. I hope you do it. You can. Okay, next. Can be seen the left side, the children's very happy, they smile. What will you leave for your maybe child's? Your child's, but if child's very clean, they do not know their future. But you have experienced your childhood till now, you know your future can guess. So you cannot hand over the poor poverty, maybe very poor conditions, cannot hand over to your children. So you have to, with Saemaul concept, Saemaul spirit, study hard, and then your village make prosperity, make happy. So hand over very peaceful your country, wealth country, and then make your children get happy. I hope you will do it. Okay, next. Here can this figure see what can the remember? This do you know the Archimedes? Archimedes. Everyone who comes to mind when you see this picture. The ancient philosopher Archimedes said, with a long enough level and on sturdy base, strong base, and then I can lift the earth, even earth. Cannot imagine, it can sink. But like this, if we have a spirit of Korean Saemaul Undong, like diligence, helping reliance, and then cooperation, this is a lever for kick out, prevent the poverty. So with this Saemaul Undong concept, let's make your community make happy, wealth, and hand over to your children. I hope you do it. Thank you. This is finished by my saying to you. Have you any questions?